Normally I stay away from these types of topics because if the freaks come out at night, then the goofballs seem to come out at the sight of Jake Paul or even his name. Somehow, some way, this man is diabolically masterful at bringing emotions and tribalism out of people to such an extreme degree that they can't engage in any semblance of a nuanced discourse other than saying rigged, fake, dive. It's like he has the ability to turn people into Pokemon where they can only say 3 words at a time. All of that in conjunction with the fact that with Jake Paul, there's not much to analyze, and that's the main point of the channel, or one of the main points. So those are good reasons why I generally avoid talking about what he does. But the man is absolutely undeniable. He finds a way, at least outside of the boxing ring, he finds a way to one up what he did last time with and pull stuff out of his hat, like stuff that he just shouldn't be able to do, like this Mike Tyson fight. Like, no one, included, I don't think anybody expected this. I'm one of the very rare people on the internet that is of the opinion that Mike Tyson, if he takes this completely seriously, which it seems like he is, should annihilate Jake Paul. Where most people are thinking about Mike being old, I'm thinking about Mike being on TRT and being as explosive as a 30-year-old. So long as Mike isn't high on mushrooms and THC, I don't think he'll be biting his glove like the Roy Jones exhibition. I think Jake will be biting the bullet, one that he cannot swallow. Pause. Just a quick glimpse of Mike Tyson hitting the pads shows he has all of the physical capabilities to absolutely hurt, batter, and KO Jake Paul. The only question for me is Mike's chin and possibly his endurance, but chin is questionable because despite Tyson's old age, it took absolute batterings from heavyweights to bring him down, and Jake Paul is no professional heavyweight puncher. Other than that, Mike is horrifically equipped to disembowel and destroy Jake Paul. But this video, this is important, this video isn't all the way about why I think Mike will cook that young man. It's also about Jake's ridiculous ability to put himself in these types of situations, because if Jake wins, he becomes one of the most notorious villains in the world, which is ideal for him because the notorious part of being a villain will get people's eyes on him, and eyes equals money, and money is the end goal for him to live out his dreams. But if he loses, well, he lost to Mike Tyson, who was universally considered one of the most respected and dangerous men in combat sports. So what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to describe here, is that Jake has set himself up in a win-win situation. If he wins, he wins. If he loses, he wins. Although it could be argued that he will be roasted to oblivion if he loses to an almost 60-year-old man, but Mike doesn't age like normal humans. When he was 13, he could probably butcher 3 grown men. But memes and internet humor defy logic. Even if Jake is knocked out, he still gets what he wants. Attention. Negative attention or positive attention is still all attention. And eyes are easily one of the most profitable sources of monetization, especially for someone like Jake. Just think about the situation currently. If he cared about the type of attention he was getting, he wouldn't have signed this contract to fight Mike in the first place. So many people, but rightfully so, are hating on him currently. He does not care. He's leaning into it, and he won't care about the attention he receives after he wins or loses in this fight. If he gets knocked out like I expect, I also would expect him to be the first to make jokes about it and make profit off of it. Like I said, I generally don't acknowledge these types of shenanigans, but I take Mike Tyson seriously. And to a certain extent, I take this fight seriously because I do think it's going to have an impact on the sport of boxing. Hell, Jake has been having some impacts on the sport, whether people can say they're positive or negative impacts. This is important. For the same reason that Ngannou versus AJ was important, this is going to send a message to all onlookers about the nature of boxing, because boxing is often looked at as just a very simple sport that anyone can come in. So long as they have the physical attributes, they can be successful. This fight is important because it's going to send a crucial message that will remind people of how this really works. That's why I'm talking about this. I'm quite confident, even in comparison to a lot of my predictions in the past, I'm quite confident that Mike Tyson is going to pull something like an AJ versus Ngannou type of performance, where people expect the novice to pull an upset because of how the novice has been looking, but experience is quite the thing to overcome. And if Nate Diaz can make it a war with you, If Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva can make it a war with you, and if Tommy Fury can bully you, I'm quite positive the current Mike Tyson can put you on a highlight reel. Fights and Science, Immortality Serum out.
Stay off the weed.